Hello everyone, hope you guys are doing great. So in my today's video, I'll talk to you about a company called TEMBO Global Industries. So we will look at their business model, their recent Q3 results and their con call summary. So when we look at this company, so they're actually into engineering and manufacturing. They specialize in metal fabrication for heavy infrastructure, fire safety and water projects. So let's look at their business model. So they have actually three main pillars. So first is engineering solutions and manufacturing, which is a high margin business. In this, they manufacture and fabricate metal products for pipe support system, HVAC and fire safety and EPC projects that they do. And the second pillar is a textile. So this is their legacy business where they process and supply of fibers and yarn. So even though the volume is high, the margin is quite less. And what the company is doing, right? They're entering into new verticals. So the two new verticals that they're entering for their future growth is one is defense and the next one is solar energy. And obviously, I'll talk to you about this when I go through the management con call summary. So let's look at their results. So the year-on-year revenue increased by around 49.5% to 251 crores, and PAT was up by almost 36.7% to 26 crores. And if we divide this into segment-wise, engineering grew by almost 53%, textile division grew by almost 42%. From the solar and the defense, the contribution most probably will start from next year. So, and their working capital remains stable and they don't see any challenges with that. So let's look at the main comments from the management before we get into the other parts. So they said that they currently have an order book of around 1,484 crore as of December 2025. And this is mainly contributed from the engineering products and EPC-led projects. And on top of this, they currently in discussion with one of the major corporate group for a project, which is will be in the range of almost 700 crores plus. So they haven't given the company name, but they are in negotiation, and we hope that goes well. So if we and on top of that, they have started the commercial production in their new manufacturing facility in Vasai. So this plant has a total capacity of around 100,000 metric tons, and they will try to reach their full capacity in the next 2 to 3 years because they said that as they have installed it in phases, they will increase the production and the capacity utilization. And in terms of solar, they have acquired around 24 sites and the first part of project financing is already done. And in the defense segment, they have completed key regulatory requirements, which includes land allotment and obtaining the arm license. So obviously, there were a lot of questions asked to the management side. So what I will do, I will divide it into various parts. So first, related to defense, right? So on the defense, they provided these updates. So they have already ordered for the machinery and technology, and the payment for the technology transfer is already done, and the commercial production from this defense plant will start by Q3 of FY27. And what they said that the overall revenue capacity from this plant would be around 300 crores per year. But as in FY27, the plant will only start in the second part of the year. So the revenue that they are expecting next year would be around 125 to or 150 crores. And the good thing about this business that they said is their EBITDA margin from this plant would be quite high, around 30 to 35%. So in the solar business, so they have got into an agreement with Maharashtra government. So what the company is doing is they're setting up plants and which will be owned by them. And the project, the total cost of the project would be around 650 crores. What they will do is they will generate the power and they will sell it to the government, and the government will pay them. So what the average revenue generation for every year would be around 75 to 90 crores, which will continue for 25 years. So this project will last for almost 25 years. And the other thing that they said is like the payback for the project, whatever amount that they have invested, they will get it back to themselves within the period of maximum of 5 years. And the new plant, which I spoke about earlier, right? So they said that their capacity utilization will go up to 90 to 100% in the next 2 to 3 years. And in terms of the question asked about the order book, how long will it take to execute? So the management said that it will take around 12 to 12 to 24 months to complete the overall project. So in terms of capex, so the capex for defense is around 1,000 crores, for which they have already have the commitment from the banker, And for the solar project, they have a capex of around 650 crores, for which the institutions have already approved the loans, and they have already started the uh, setting up the plant and everything, for which they will generate the revenue from next year. So one of the other important question that they ask is right about their legacy business, which is textile industry. So they were like, when are you phasing it out? Because the way market looks at the textile industry is they do not give very high PE to such businesses. So the management said generally what they are planning to do is by 2027 they're planning to discontinue the textile division. In terms of the guidance for the growth, management said that they are targeting a revenue growth of around 35 to 40% in FY27, and the PAT margin will be around 10 to 12%. So this was the overall summary. So we have to keep an eye and see how does the business perform, and whatever they have said, are they doing it on timely manners. And if you like this analysis, please do like this video and subscribe to my channel. And if there are any other companies which you want me to analyze, please do comment so I can make a video on that. Thank you and God bless you.